This right here is the Denon Prime Go, and we're going to unbox it. This, honestly, a whole experience has me hype as a pipe, but let's get to it. UPS tried to punch a donut hole through this one. I would advise to not get one that has a donut hole. Opening it up, it's actually a lot better on the inside. There's no donut hole. This little sleeve has a few cables in it. We've got the USB Type-B cable. We've got the grounded power cable that goes to it. We've also got some stickers with the manual. Down here in this tiny white box, we've got that power adapter brick. Give me 48 hours and I'll figure out how to charge this thing off USB-C. And then we got the controller itself, which miraculously does not have any donut holes. I'm very sad. Go ahead and, take this out the box. Now, usually if I'm on a budget, I'll actually just use the box as the case until, the controller pays for itself, and then I'll buy the case for the controller. But in this instance, I don't know. I mean, I'm asking to get a donut hole punched in my whole setup. Now, this right here is the Denon Prime Go. Let me get nice and close. This right here is the Denon Prime Go. Let me tell you a few things that I like about it. First of it being the size and form factor. You can basically fit this in the same place that you'd fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Obviously, it's a little bit thicker, and you'd want better protection like a deck saver or maybe a hardstyle case. But this thing is the ultimate portable solution with still bringing the deal when it comes to performance. There's also no other standalone controller that is this size. The Prime Go is definitely one of its own when it comes to this category and size. Now, you've probably seen the larger Prime controllers, the Prime 4, the Prime 2, the Prime. They made a whole handful since I started DJing on the Primes. But this has a lot of the same functionalities. Now, it's missing a few things, don't get me wrong, but it still has a lot of the same tools built into it, including the software, obviously. One thing you'll notice is that it has 2 XLR microphone inputs. So that's not even something that was on the 7000 or the 8000. Those only had 1 XLR input. Well, this one has 2 combo slots. You either got the tip ring sleeve or the XLR. So you're set either way. It also has the booth output, which on my other controller that I was testing a second ago, before I died on me, the Hercules C7, didn't even have a booth output. So this one is definitely decked. Now, I have heard some people complain about 2 things on this controller. One of it being the EQ knobs being horizontal, which I say big deal. Get used to it, all right? And the second one being that it doesn't actually have a channel volume meter. It only has the master volume meter, which, I guess. But let me just tell you something. When I'm mixing my signal, I don't do it visually. I do it audibly. So myth debunked. You're fine. Oh, did I mention that this has the built-in lighting control capabilities? That is not something that's on a lot of controllers, unless they're, of course, the standalone with the Prime engine built in. That's a pretty sick ace to have up your sleeve, because that means that you actually can do a lot more with just this controller than playing and mixing music. You can actually use this to control your whole entire light show, which is like a no-brainer when you think about it. Why not have one device doing everything instead of having multiple devices trying to do, the whole entire show? You've got one device here that can basically do it if you have it integrated properly. One feature that I did want to point out here that's going to come in clutch is a stereo mono switch. And that switch right there is actually going to be good for a few different use cases. Basically, mono is going to be preferred when you're in a situation where there's not an ideal listening position. If you're not in a situation where you're sitting in a spot where there's an ideal left and right channel playing at you, then it's better to use mono, believe it or not. Yeah, that's right. So if you've just got sound basically playing up and down a street, you've got speakers going both ways, and there's no ideal listening position, having that puppy in mono is going to be the way to go. So right off the bat, that's a few things that I wanted to talk about during this unboxing. I'll be reviewing what it's like to use the Prime Go and also how the battery life works in the future in a future video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But as for now, I really hope you like this little unboxing video that I did with the Prime Go. I hope I didn't offend too many people. And also let me know what you think you'd like to see me do with the Prime Go. I know I could probably do a lot of crazy things. First thing I'm thinking about doing though is skydiving with it, because of it being battery powered. I could probably jump out of a plane real easily with this thing, and it probably wouldn't weigh me down too much, and I could probably mix an entire set on the way down. I just have to hit the parachute right away. So if you found this video to be entertaining, leave a like. And if you want to see more content, subscribe. Thank you very much.